if Angela was here, I know he would have been ready for this one because he went and he got research against men. He did. He went and he got You need to meet Angela because
he's jokes. He's jokes.
he went and he got research against Meg, and he's been dying for us to discuss this. So hopefully they come up with like new stories, and then when he's here, we can talk about it as well. But it happened this week, and I really wanted to get into it. But first things first, we are salt and lime for a reason.
Of course.
You need to do the salt and then the lime in.
Salt and lime.
Do you know what I mean? You know what?
What's that?
That's a lot. Everywhere. Okay, we're good? Yeah. Ready?
That tequila tastes different this time. I don't know about that.
Oh no, I forced your ass to consume tequila. It's the same one we had last time.
Omega Altos. Aye.
They're not paying us to promote them because we are 5 viewers, but
But if they want to sponsor us,
we drink your tequila every episode.
yeah, it's not a shot.
Huh?
Nah, I was checking if it was in the shot, but
Which shot? In the shot?
in the video.
Oh, in the video.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah, no.
Don't worry about it.
The bottle is pretty though. And the
It
blue
is kind of nice.
Yeah, the blue is bluing.
Rustic.
Almost something you could display. You know when you want to show people that you drink.
Yeah. Or like on some proud uni student shit. Like in your windows and that. Your student accommodation.
Do you know what I mean?
Be like, this is my collection.
This is how much I've drank.
Nah, because I saw that
From
a lot.
September.
Yeah.
Okay, and we'll see you next year when we start all over again.
Nah, it's impressive how much uni kids drunk, bro. I don't
Did
know
you
how
not
I
drink
got
a
through
lot?
it, bro. I did. For a time.
Right.
And then finally, I was just like, nah, I'm not having it. Like,
I'm
I just don't
Zimbabwean.
have time for it. I get what you mean. I'm Caribbean, so like,
Right.
I have a lot of like family members.
We have to drink.
Who, when they link up, they're drinking a lot.
I
but
can't be Zimbabwean and not drink. I'm sorry.
Nah, for me, I'm a casual at drinking. Like, I'm not serious like that.
Okay, I'm not. Would I say I'm a serious drinker? I don't know.
Yeah, the sound of that is sounds like you an addict, but
Yeah, no. I'm a well-functioning adult.
that drinks frequently.
No, no. You know when you go to the GP and they ask you how often do you consume alcohol?
Yeah.
I take. I would say I probably take occasionally. So I drink a lot, but I do it a few times in the year. Except for the time when I'm having a couple of tequila shots every week on salt and lime. But that doesn't count.
Yeah, no, that doesn't... This didn't happen.
No, it didn't. It doesn't happen.
It's CGI.
Yeah.
Like, we got the budget, don't worry.
The AI, we got the monies, okay?
This is the metaverse now.
But yeah, what's your Insta handle?
My Insta handle is Aren Roach, ArenRoache. You can find me. Yeah, I got lots of photography and stuff on there. So.
Do you know what it sounds like? It sounds like I'm interviewing you and the interview's over.
And cut.
It's over. No, not because of anything, but you
She'll
know,
be walking
that
out
vibe.
like Donald
No,
Trump on Piers Morgan.
My Instagram handle is at Aquilin, AQUELINE. Yeah, I talk about music every time, all the time.
I mean, I talk about music a lot too.
Exactly.
Work. I think my co-workers must get sick of me because I'm always like, yo, you should play this song. It's like, it's fitting perfectly in this playlist, but and I'll just tell them all about it. But
Oh man,
my manager, he's cool, so he's like, we have the chat all the time. Yeah.
love that. I wish I worked in that environment.
Yeah.
We're not allowed music. Well,
Fair.
we are, but I do night shifts,
Mm.
so I can't be playing music. It's just not right, is it?
Yeah.
Everyone's trying to sleep.
Yeah, one of the things that I really like about my job is that, I mean, everybody there loves music, including the boss. So there's a
Amazing.
massive Bluetooth speaker. Every day it gets turned on, and my manager will connect to it. And he plays like, it's mad because he'll put me onto stuff, and I'll hear songs, and I'm like, oh, you know what sampled this song? And then I'll get him to play
Love
it.
that.
Right?
Love
Because he played the song that Heady One sampled.
Which one?
For both. Right? I can't.
What? Oh, what is that?
What is the song?
You've got it, haven't you? What would that be?
I'm gonna check who sampled.
That must be so much fun though, being able to work with. Because I work with I'm sure is your manager older?
I mean, yeah, I'm like probably one of the youngest of the company.
Right. So you've got like older people.
Yeah.
That must be so much fun being able to work with people who appreciate music like that.
It is calm. I can't lie.
I any chance I get, I like to speak about whatever I'm listening to, but it always starts with what have you been listening to, and we do this on the podcast here where we talk about what we've been listening to.
Yeah.
And I find it such a good way to start a conversation. But sometimes you be having people who are not interested in telling you what they've been listening to.
True. Yeah.
So it's really hard.
They ain't trying to share the gems.
No, not their gems.
I used to get like that though.
Or they just don't think you listen to that kind of music.
Fair enough.
I get that a lot.
True.
And don't get me wrong. I listen to the stereotypical hip hop and rap. Oh, but I love music generally.
Yeah.
So if you've been listening to Green Day, I'm there, babe. Do you know what I mean?
You know what? Someone put me onto Limp Bizkit recently, right?
Love Limp Bizkit.
I don't know how I've never listened to them, bro.
What?
Like, I've heard a couple of their songs.
Tell me that
like,
Heady One song that you were talking about. Did you find it? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And to be fair, this song isn't bad either.
Yeah, great
But-
song.
And then if you want to hear the sample in Heady One's song,
Right. Love the song.
but they use it in two ways. So they've got
Yeah.
the slow, low one,
Uh-huh.
and then it comes in high pitch.
I can
as
hear
well.
it. I can hear it coming out.
Yeah. But yeah, so that happens all the time where he'll play like an original
And
that's
then you
been
say,
sampled, and I'm like, yo, like I played him.
In the world of grime and rap.
Yeah, I played him Kendrick Lamar, and obviously it's a good day to mention that.
Right,
'cause
right.
That album's dropped finally, 5 years.
Oh
But
my God.
yeah,
Do you want to get
No.
into that now or
yeah. Let's
save it
talk
for
about
later?
Let's
Right.
talk about it.
Let's talk about
I'll let you go first because I
why?
might not stop talking. If
Oh, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. So, I mean, this has been highly anticipated.
yeah, of course. It's been. What did you
How
say?
many days?
1,855.
Oh, yes.
That's what he said.
Okay. And it's been a long 1,855 days.
For real. I
For
felt
some of us.
every single one of them days.
Yeah.
Every
It's
single
been a
one.
very long time.
Trust me, my wallpaper is just live like I'm in pen.
Oh my God. And he delivered. He over-delivered,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
You think so?
I think he under-promised. Is that what you do? You're supposed to under-promise and over-deliver.
That's what they say.
Right.
Yeah.
I think he under-promised and he over-delivered. I've listened to it twice now, and I
Okay.
know that's not even half as much as you've listened to it.
Yeah.
But I'm so in love with a bunch of the tracks on this album. I love the features. So,
So what was your favorite feature on that then?
I would say Purple Hearts. So the album it's a double
It's a double album.
album.
Yeah,
So it's The Big Steppers is the first part, right? And Mr. Morale is the second part.
I think so.
Which I find interesting. Why did he call it Mr. Morale and Big Steppers then?
I mean,
I guess it sounds right, doesn't it?
is that how it's?
Yeah,
Because on Spotify they don't lay it out as the double album. I don't know if they do.
really.
It on Apple Music.
Yeah, on Apple it's as the double album.
Okay.
So it's 1 to 9, 1 to 9.
Yeah.
So instead of 1 to 18, I guess.
Wait, let me check this. Maybe I just didn't look at it right.
But my first thing was, I thought Mr. Morale was the second part, the last 9 tracks. Because the last 9 tracks have Count Me Out, which I think you and I discussed.
Yeah.
And you were saying to me, that is when Kendrick says, I'm doing me now. Or that's where it starts.
Yeah, I mean, that's how I did feel about Count Me Out to some effect.
I agree with that, by the way.
I mean, it's not that I got that feeling just from the song Count Me Out. I think there was an overarching kind of theme in the album that Kendrick was choosing to, like, look inwards in it. I think this album was more introspective.
Right.
It wasn't really appealing to anybody's taste, I don't feel. I don't think he was making music necessarily for the numbers or like
For us.
to try and be like a hit artist.
Right.
I think it was very much about him because he shares a lot of very intimate facts and he frequently references going to therapy, whether it's him saying that he's done it or referencing his therapist.
Yeah.
To
Self-help books.
yes,
I noticed that
Eckhart
as well.
Tolle.
Yeah,
Like he had Eckhart Tolle.
Yeah, that was.
on it. I heard his voice and I was like, nah.
Cool, wasn't it?
He's not really done this.
Yeah, I thought that was
Because-
quite cool. And he
yeah.
mentions him as well, doesn't he?
He does. Yeah.
So, yeah, that I agree with that. The first track, is it United in Grief?
Yeah.
Great track.
Wonderful song.
Beautiful, sensational stuff,
Yeah.
right? But that is where I got the theme of therapy. But then it kept popping up, and then the self-help books or the self-help author, and just a lot of father time. And you said, is it father time or father time?
Like,
I don't know how that's come across.
Well, yeah, it's like, is it like father time, like time to focus on my
Being
son?
a father.
Or is it father time as in, can I, like, how long can I continue doing this? Because
As in
there's a saying, father time is undefeated.
Right.
Right? And so I think, I mean, this is something I've just like kind of like come into now because the album just dropped today. So I'm still figuring out a lot of it.
Yeah, I'm the same. But that's a really good feature. It's not my favorite, but it's got Sampha.
That
I'm going to play it just a little bit.
yeah, Sampha's chorus on that is
Oh,
beautiful. Like, yeah, you really need some therapy.
So he's talking to, I would assume
Whitney?
it's Whitney.
Yeah.
I just want the first.
And I love all the violins that are on this album.
I come from a generation of home invasions, and I got daddy issues, that's on me. Everything the four ones that taught me, may have is buried deep. That man knew a lot, but not enough to keep me past them streets. My life.
Okay, I'm going to stop there.
Wow. Yo,
So good.
chills.
Literally,
chills. Thank you.
we're talking about that.
Saving
And
it.
I've got goosebumps all over me.
Yeah.
So well done.
And to even talk about having daddy issues as a man
Yeah.
is a very
As
profound
a man,
thing.
as Simply Shayo says on Instagram, as a man, how can you with your double backpack talk about put you on? We're gonna
need
get
an
into that.
explanation.
We will get into that, okay? Simply Shayo. Okay. Shout out to you, Shayo, on Instagram. You make me laugh so much. But I'm gonna let Aren do his thing and then we'll get into you, okay? As a man, I hate that phrase so much. But there is so much vulnerability in acknowledging that your relationship with another man who you're supposed to look up to is not as perfect or as straightforward as you would like it to be. And then also, from what I got, he was sort of just saying, what am I going to be like as a dad?
Yeah.
And I hope I'm a better dad. More understanding. Hence, I guess, the you need to see a therapist phrase, maybe.
Yeah. Like, I think that he references, like, good aspects and, like, positive and negative aspects of it. Because he references, like, his competitiveness coming from the fact that his dad was absent as, like, a father figure. And that being a driving force in him getting so far.
Right.
Right. And so I think it's kind of, as the album's complicated because it's full of all of these flaws, which it points out and highlights in society as a whole, but then also in Kendrick himself.
As a person, which I got.
And so I read an article and it was referencing how the author of that article thought that Kendrick was taking himself off the pedestal as an artist because, and he references that in quite a lot of ways, just sharing things like his infidelity and his addictions, which we would have never known about had he not mentioned it, because he's such a private person.
Never would have thought that.
But he's being so vulnerable in sharing that. And it's kind of a way to humanize himself, which is the opposite of what you see a lot of rappers doing.
Right.
They're almost trying to make themselves seem like unreal, like an unreal amount of money, unreal amount of jewels and that.
I got this money, I got these watches and...
I think it would be the perfect time to segment into N95.
Right.
Which was about masks.
Right.
In what way?
Right.
You can go into it.
You can take it all off and what does he say?
You ugly as fuck.
Let me play it.
No, that song was
you ugly as fuck.
Crazy.
And I said, you know.
No, that had me hyped on my way to work.
It was
nah.
I got some true stories to tell. You're back outside, but they still lied. Whoa. Yeah. Take off the foo-foo. Take off the cloud chase. Take off the Wi-Fi. Take off the money phone. Take off the car loan. Take off the flex and the white loss. Take off the weird ass jewelry. I'ma take 10 steps, then I'm taking off top off. Take off the fabricated streams and the microwave memes. It's a real world outside. Take off your idols. Take off the runway. Take off the Cairo. Take off the Sandro Pay. 5 days stay. Take off for the meal. Hella Friday. Take off the fuck flag. Take off the
That's
session.
ad-lib
Take off
as
the
well.
cop with the iPad.
Take that shit.
Take off the allure. Take off the unsure.
Take it off.
Take off the fake deep. Take off the fake roll. Take off the I'm broke. I care. Take off the gossip. Take off the new logic. They the farm rich. I'm real. Take off the shit though. Take off the dough.
We're getting there.
There you go.
Take all that designer bullshit off and what do you have? You ugly as fuck. You out of pocket.
Yo, your face.
It's the as an ew.
Like, you ugly as fuck.
South Africans say cis man.
They took off the mask. He was like, bam.
You ugly as hell. Oh my god. Yeah.
Somebody had to catch you and shit.
God damn. He said, You're so ugly. No,
Yeah,
but I think
crazy.
it's just about revealing your true self, isn't it? And just like removing all the outside stuff and the
Yeah.
outside noise, and possibly even looking within. And
Definitely looking within.
yeah.
Because I mean, yeah, I think obviously he's saying you ugly as fuck, but it's not necessarily talking about the physical.
Physical, no.
So it's talking
What are you
about,
like as a person?
yeah,
Not just do people like you, but do you like yourself? You know, it's so introspective. Like what you said, I don't think he did this for people. I think he decided. You know what? I think you said this. You said he's tired. He said to I'm tired of this shit.
but also, right, as given the fact that he's becoming a father, right, fame will affect his fatherhood in so many ways.
100%.
And he referenced like every time I move, like the cameras move with me or something like that on one of the songs, right? And him being a father, that fame is going to, like, you see Drake, the type
Right.
of problems he's having.
Right.
And how he said that when he saw Drake and Kanye make up,
Right.
he was like,
confused.
I guess I got some more healing to do because I'm not there yet. I wouldn't be able to forgive that if he brought my child into it.
That was
That's what I
such
got
a
from that.
line. Yeah, that was such a line. When he said that, I said, you know what? I don't think you're wrong. Because I think a lot of people would have been the same.
Yeah.
What? So you're just letting that go?
Yeah,
And what? You and Kanye are cool now?
yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
But I mean, there's that, and the way that affected Drake and his reputation for a little bit.
100%.
But there's also the fact that Drake had that reputation. He was like he didn't do no wrong and nothing like that.
No.
And then it was like, oh wait, he's got a baby somewhere. What
With the
Just all
stripper?
that kind of stuff. And like,
He's got a baby
obviously-
and no one knows about it?
Obviously, people get into relationships that they don't necessarily end up carrying through and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
But Kendrick had a line, I think he said, celebrity ain't integrity, innit?
No.
And I think a lot of the things that he was saying in the album were ways to kind of prove that point
Right.
and like give more strength to it.
Right,
Because
right.
he's saying all of these people that you're idolizing, like you may idolize them, but they're not necessarily any better than you or me
Right.
inside. And N95 was like the perfect kind of statement of that.
Right.
Ugly
You
as
ugly as
fuck.
fuck. Ugly as fuck. Can't stand you.
Yeah, crazy song.
Yeah. Look, besides this whole Kendrick stuff, because I think
I could talk about it all day, to be
we
fair.
both could. I think that we need to give it another week to marinate.
Of course. I'm not willing to make any bold statements right now.
I am.
Well, I could. I definitely could.
album of 2022. I'm
yeah,
willing to say
yeah,
that.
yeah.
The day somebody this year releases a better album, I will take 2 extra shots.
2 extra shots.
Yeah.
I'll hold you to that.
4 extra shots?
4 extra shots
Well, no,
for doubting Kendrick.
I said
like
the
the
day
sound of that.
The day somebody comes through and gives us a better album than this album.
You did this to yourself.
If anybody dares. No one's gonna dare. But I mean, But yeah, I think I can say best album of 2022. Do you know what it also helped me remember? It's Mental Health Week. And this has made me feel so much better.
Yeah?
My sister's looking at me funny. Why are you surprised?
She's blinking fast and everything.
The Kendrick drop.
Or is it the music?
The fact that he dropped. The music itself, even though it's a little on the, but it's
I can vouch for
introspective.
that.
It's so much.
No, yeah,
No,
but it's
I love it.
introspective.
It's like a puzzle.
Yeah, it's so much fun, and also he's not giving us depressing music with just like monotone sounds. He's got so much. Do you know what I mean?
It's exciting, isn't it?
Yeah, it's exciting stuff.
It's an album.
That really made me. That Sampha feature is to die for. But shout out to Summer Walker and Ghostface Killer.
Yeah.
Because that Purple Hearts,
That was a beautiful song.
I'ma play it. Not for long,
Please do.
but it's so well done. I had to wheel it up. When I heard it the first time, I was like,
What do I say? Yeah, of course. I say run it back as well. Yeah, reloaded. I've heard wheel it up. I mean, recording's been stopped.
it's fine. You can always start it again. Yeah, no, they say, I've always known as wheel it up. In Zimbabwe, we say wheelo.
I know.
Wheelo, 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 wheelo.
That sounds cold, you know.
Well, in Zimbabwe,
Start using that.
Yeah, wheelo, wheelo, wheelo. Or someone would say DJ wheela, 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 shamari, wheela, wheela. So yeah, but yeah, it's Happy Mental Health Week, guys. Take care of
Happy
yourselves.
Mental Health Week, everybody.
Also, some shit we really should say at the end, but we like to mix it up on this pod. Instagram handles and wishing people Happy Mental Health Week. I'll tell you what else. One last thing.
What else?
Jay Huss's Common Sense. The anniversary was yesterday.
Was it?
So yeah, so today is Friday the 13th.
Oh wow.
So 5 years ago, Jay Huss released
Common Sense was 5 years ago.
5 years ago.
5 years ago, apparently.
5 years ago.
Wow.
5 years ago. And life has not been the same. It really hasn't. It's such a phenomenal
Different
album.
actually.
Yo, Jay, can you stop doing this and just give us an album, bro?
Please, I beg. Beg.
We're begging you.
I'll pay for it. I'll fund the album
Okay.
out of my pocket. I'll give you whatever I've got.
He's starting he's starting to move like Rihanna.
Mm.
And I'm worried that an album will never come, but I shouldn't speak like that, but I'm starting to get worried. But anyway, yeah, it's really such a work of art, and of course Big Conspiracy is just an undisputed album as well.
Yeah, definitely.
So make sure the third album is hitting. I'm ready. I really
Waiting on it.
We're waiting on it.
Of course.
Yeah. How are you doing, Aren?
I'm doing good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another Friday, another podcast.
Did you have a good week?
I did. Yeah. I mean, I've gotten quite a bit of stuff done.
Right.
And I do a little bit of photography.
Yeah, his photos are amazing.
Don't have a page for it yet, but I'll let you know when I do. Working on that. But I got a new camera recently, a film camera.
Ooh.
And I had to put some like seals on it basically to make sure light couldn't get in and ruin the film. But forget that nerdy stuff.
Oh, okay.
How was your week?
Busy. A little stressful. But you know what? I had some really good music.
Yeah. What have you been listening to?
Nux.
Of course.
He's made me smile so much this week.
Yeah.
That Alpha Plays is... And I think, and it's not for everyone, I've heard people say we're in a music pandemic. Have you heard that?
Nah.
You...
I've been too busy enjoying good music.
Right. I've heard so many people say this, and I don't know if it's a UK music pandemic or what, but lately, these UK artists
UK artists
have
have
been
going
delivering.
in for the whole year.
They've been delivering. Knox dropped Alpha Place last Friday.
Yeah.
And I think I heard it for the first time last week, just before we recorded our first episode.
Yeah, we were playing it.
Congratulations on that, Aren. You're a podcaster now. Got a whole You got a whole podcast.
In here, I'm joined.
You're in this.
The radio voice is finally here.
Oh man, that radio. I said to my dad, your favorite radio personality is back on the airwaves. And my dad had the audacity to think about it. I said, it's me. I said, sir. And he started to laugh. And I said, I.
Imagine he said something like funk flex.
Yeah, I was so scared. He'd be like, Trevor Nelson. Back on the what? But yeah, no, he
Pirate radio.
I had to say no, bro. Before you embarrass me, and you embarrass everyone, it is I. I am your favorite radio personality. But yeah, no. What have I been listening to? Nux's album is a godsend. The hardest track on that album, for me, has to be Die Hard.
Alright, fair
Hardest track.
Yeah.
I was very impressed with Stormzy.
Okay.
I was not expecting Big Mike to deliver like that.
Yeah.
I wasn't ready for it. I think lately, I mean, I don't know if it's because he's become more mainstream now, but I have not been paying as much attention to Stormzy's music. I'm very embarrassed to say that, but it's true.
I haven't really that much either.
What was the last album you listened to?
The Crown one.
Wait.
Is that the last one?
Heavy is the Head.
Yeah, Heavy is the Head.
That was his last album.
Fair enough.
Okay, so you have been good.
I mean, yeah, I've listened to the last album.
Gang Signs and Prayers was my last album.
Oh.
I couldn't take Heavy is the Head.
I mean, it wasn't bad. It had some good songs on it. No, I'm talking about it like it's a bad album. It's not a bad album.
Let me stop myself. It's a really good album. I just couldn't get into it.
Don't censor yourself. Say you didn't like it.
No, it's not that I didn't like it. It just didn't stick with me.
It wasn't memorable.
Yes. It wasn't, yeah.
I remember a couple of songs from it, to be fair.
2 is just too many for me to remember. You remembered one too many.
I mean, obviously, they had Heavy is the Head.
Right. Which was a success.
There was the Shackles one with the Mary Mary sample.
Right.
But yeah, this is what I'm saying. I didn't listen to the album enough times to even know the track list. So.
Yeah, no. And this is me putting it against. When did it come out? Was it not?
I'm not the person to ask that.
Right. So
you know what,
we don't even know when it came out.
I'll check it for you.
Okay, so now this has become a Stormzy shitting on Stormzy session. That's not what. Shout out to you, Stormzy. You're a great.
Hey, we're not.
rapper.
No, he makes good music.
You do make good music, especially this feature that you've got on Alpha Place, because honestly, it's too good. Nice and Good is also hard. Okay.
Oh, Nice and Good is cold.
Nice and smooth.
Yo, SO comes on the track.
What?
Like, step out the line and I'm feeling good. it's the intonation.
Yes, it's
I love
so well
I love
done.
hearing SO rap. So
He's
soothing,
so
bro.
good.
Step off the block and I'm feeling nice. True say I find it repealing. I took a U-turn just to pre that twice. Ain't no work till the G-back ties. Step off the block and I'm feeling good. Now I got 6 on the link.
What?
It's a single.
It is. I think it is.
I was like, this album's gonna be.
This is on
This-
repeat.
But
bro.
even Alpha House, the intro, I thought that was so powerful and
Like, as like a concept album, like the story it tells the whole way through is immaculate.
Right.
So good. The storytelling's insane.
Yeah.
I'm so
Nah, it is.
impressed.
It is
do you
really
know
good.
what?
So
Like the transition into Leon.
Oh, Leon the Professional.
Yeah, Leon
Oh
the
my
Professional.
God.
Oh,
Have you
it's
guys
crazy.
seen the film?
With the visuals.
Yeah.
No, as in the actual film. Leon the Professional.
Oh, no, I don't think I have.
Right, it's actually a film from what I understand.
Mad.
We'll find it and we'll watch it
I got to stop
at some
you
point.
for 1 second because
Cool.
the battery's about to go.
Okay, cool.
Me
That's
too.
fine. Yeah, Leon the Professional's hard. What? When he starts saying, "Have you heard about Leon?"
Yeah, and then, like,
And then it goes straight into it.
Story, yeah.
Nux is undisputed. Like right now, I would say he's really one to watch. I right?
And
He's so young.
can't forget about Saint on the album.
Yeah.
Let's-
That's one of my favorite songs on the
listen.
album as well. I love Saints featuring.
Player.
Yeah, oh, and it's like It's quite like repetitive, but it's so good. Like,
It's
the flow's
so well
good.
done. I think when the camera comes back on, I really, really have to say, like, shout out to Saint.
Yeah, he's done good.
I always, you know, Saint is a Leicester native, and some people grew up knowing him. So I always have to fight the urge to say his government. But shout out to Saint. It's a hard song, and he's on the up and up. Like, he's doing so
Yeah, he's released
well.
some
Some hot tracks.
recently.
This is the second track that he's on with Knox. What's the first one called?
It's
And
the
it's
one with
a,
A2, isn't it?
yeah, it's Saint's track, and
It's
and I
something
think
about summer.
yeah,
Oh, Summer's Blue or something?
yes,
Like,
Summer is
summer is
Summer-
Blue, right?
Something like that. I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah, it's really, really well done. Yeah, so I don't know if I can,
Summer's blue.
I don't know if I could say that we're in a music pandemic.
Nah,
Don't get me wrong,
definitely
some of
not.
these drill artists are overdoing it with the samples.
Yeah,
Some of them.
some of them are.
We're getting a
some
bit
of them
mad
are
still.
doing them justice, but there's a lot of ones that are just rinsing the samples for no reason.
Yeah.
And Jack Harlow, even though he's not a drill rapper, is an offender for that Fergie sample.
Man,
bro.
he
Just
he needs to
ruined-
stop it. He's ruining it.
Ruining
He's
it, bro.
ruining it.
Look
And
at my lip.
ruining it. I can't with Jack Harlow, man. I listened to the album.
I forgot you hadn't listened to it. So what? You're not feeling
I'm
it?
not impressed.
Did you not have any? What was your favorite song then?
None.
Or the song you liked or hated the least?
You see, the problem with Jack Harlow is I just find him. I told you guys last time. I just think he's a cute white man. He's a good-looking Caucasian, and
enough.
and I think sometimes to some people that's enough to sell records. That's why I kept asking, what did we expect from him as the rap community? Because to me, he's just always been cute. He can rap, but he's as mediocre as as mediocre as these white boys in every other office who are getting promoted every week. I can't do it anymore. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We just need to stop it. And I think Jack Harlow is no different.
You know what? I saw a good point on a halfcast.
Okay.
They were saying they were debating who's a better rapper, H or Jack Harlow. I mean,
Okay.
What are you saying?
Harrison's is better.
yeah.
But
But I
I think a lot of that has to do with the environment in which you grew up. You couldn't come you couldn't show up to anything, to a cipher, or because I've seen a few of his ciphers,
Yeah.
or freestyle next to some of these man. Who did I see on a cipher that he was on? Was it Millions? I don't know if they're from the same sort of league. But they were spitting so hard, you had to up your
enough.
game.
Yeah. I mean,
H is so good.
so he's tested. He was tested like when he was younger before he got into
Always.
the rap game.
He would always be on the roads. There's so many SBTV clips
yeah.
of him doing his
Fair
thing. So yeah, no, he's a. I don't know if we can say the same about Jack.
Might be a bedroom rapper.
He didn't even know who Brandy was. I can't.
And he didn't know that Brandy and Ray J
You
were
were siblings.
like, come on,
Yeah.
say famous, bro.
Yeah, no, I
Get
don't
to know,
know.
get
I
to
don't know. Yeah, so he's just one of those people. I think certain artists can be born outside of the culture, immerse themselves into the culture and learn and embrace it as much as they can. I don't think that's what Jack's done. He just thinks Sweetie's cute, and then we stop right there. Do you know what I mean? It's just, I think that's not enough for our culture. We need more than that.
Fair enough.
But yeah, I've been listening to Nux, and who have you been listening to?
So I was just checking actually. So I've been listening to I Don't Know.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I've been
IDK?
listening to Simple recently.
Okay.
That new project from him.
What do you think?
I love it. It's just upbeat. It's funky. It's got a Denzel Curry feature on it. I love Denzel Curry. I've always liked his music. So yeah, no, it's just a good
Doesn't
one.
he have something with K Tronada out?
Yeah, that's
Is that-
Kate Renata produced that whole project basically. It's the 18-minute one. It's
Love that.
perfect.
Nice and brief.
basically.
How many tracks?
Let me check. So it is
8 tracks.
8 tracks.
Love that. Love that.
8 tracks, 18 minutes, 18 seconds.
Love that.
Mm.
You'd love a short album.
It does exactly what it needs to do, and then
Anything over an hour,
goes.
you're like, Jesus
Kendrick
Christ.
is the exception.
Kendrick is the
Sorry.
exception.
It's a
Thank you
double.
for saying
It's a
it,
double
Tom.
album.
He is the only man allowed to produce an album over an hour.
It's a
Anyone
double.
else, I'm not
It's a
allowed.
double album.
And to be fair, somebody pointed out in one article that most double albums are like 2 hours in there.
Oh yeah,
So
that's
this is
actually
short
not
for a
a lie.
double
Yeah,
album.
this is actually quite brief.
If we're really being real.
This is very, very brief. I've been going back a lot. Tracy Chapman.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had a week. It's been a difficult week, and Tracy's been getting me through it. She is on some grown up vibes, man.
Yeah.
And this is how I know I'm officially an adult.
Yeah.
Because when she's talking about a revolution, I'm like, we need to be more like the French, y'all.
The French. Okay.
We need to burn this shit down. Have you seen the price of fuel? I can't. We can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, no,
true.
she's gotten me through the week. She's done that. The album that I've been listening to is the collection album,
Alright.
and that's purely because I grew up on that album. My dad is a huge Tracy Chapman fan, and it was so inevitable that I would listen to it because I grew up on that album.
So is that, if you were recommending Tracy Chapman to somebody, is that the album you'd tell them to be like,
Yes, but
go
only
to that one first?
yes, because it's got a collection of all her really good songs.
Aye.
So if you listen to the first Tracy Chapman album, which is called Tracy Chapman,
Of course.
it's got some really like famous songs, like everyone knows Fast Car.
Yeah.
And a lot of people know about Talking About a Revolution
Yeah.
and all these songs. But then if you go into the collection album, you've got Give Me One Reason, which is my ultimate sass song, okay? You can't tell me shit as a woman after I've listened to Give Me One Reason. You can't. It can't work.
Aye, fair enough.
If you think you can just hop into this existence called my life,
Cool, my life.
do whatever you like, and then just do no. Listen to this. Listen to this. It's got such a strong start, and this is her playing, by the way.
She's strumming the fuck out. Like,
She's hard. I needed this week. Just like super relaxed.
Give me one reason to stay here, and I'll turn right back around.
just imagine being in a cold little saloon, listening to this,
Yes.
chugging a little beer in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Vibes.
Said I don't wanna leave you lonely.
You gotta make me change my mind. She said, "You? It's your job to change my mind." Okay. So yeah, I've had quite the week.
Aye.
So it's been Nux and Tracy.
Yeah, I've been listening to Nux as well.
Mm-hmm.
IDK. I've also, so I mean, we've spoken about this.
Mm-hmm.
I listened to a bit of Spanish drill, so I knew quite a
Spanish
few
drill's
artists
hard.
now. I discovered it during the pandemic, a couple months back. But
Spanish drill is the one.
yeah, so there's one guy, I haven't actually showed him to you yet, but his name is El Patron 970. So
Say that again.
El Patron 970. So it's like,
Shout out if you're Spanish because I'm about to.
it's like
I'm about to. Do you know what I mean?
so El Patron is like the Godfather,
Right.
and 970 is the crew that he runs with.
Cool.
And so he's probably one of the more active ones in the Spanish drill scene, and it's still kind of like upcoming. But he's dropped a new song recently with this guy called Lopez and MBS Rolling called Dealers.
Okay.
It's, yeah, I'm gonna play it for you.
I'm ready.
Mi flow y mi respeto valen más que toda tu marca. Sin cojones me tienes en el vehículo que aparcas. Sin cojones me traes siendo el fake tu fucking parca. Valíamos a tu maya, valíamos a tu patriarca. Valíamos a tu maya, sí, valíamos a tu patriarca. Antes no tenía nada y ahora toda mi ropa de marca. Antes iba por ello en refe y ahora me vienen en barca. Hermano, salimos del barro, bro, salimos de la charca. Y dime que lo diría, con cambio tan grande me daría la vida. Cante de los 25, no me va a hacer falta vender más heroína. Y dime que lo diría, que pagaría por
Yeah, I'm telling you, Spanish drill is crack.
Right.
It's crack. Like,
Oh, this is so good.
from the time I discovered Spanish drill, I've been hooked.
I thought French drill was the one, but Spanish drill?
I don't know, like, drill all over the world is popping. 'Cause
Okay,
there's drill
you're
in
right.
Ghana, there's drill in Nigeria.
Drill in Zimbabwe?
Like, Black Sheriff
What?
as well. Black Sheriff. Me and
Yeah.
my mate have been playing
No,
Black Sheriff
hard.
recently. Yeah.
Hard.
All
So
over
good.
the world, drill has been like really flourishing. But
Yeah.
Spain is one of the places where I've really like locked in.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Spain is
Dealers
special.
by Lopez, El Patron, and MBS Rolling.
Are you gonna put that on? Is that one of your put me on something? Because I think you may have just put me on something.
I mean, it could be. I could give you another one as well.
Keep it. Keep it, and then you can tell me all about it.
Well, that's the one.
And then the last thing I've been listening to, because I don't know, I just needed something to mix it up. Tracy Chapman is too depressed. Very depressing. If you're going through it. And Nux, as good as the album is, I thought Koji Radical would bring a really good balance. And I've heard his album so many times now, and I think this week was the perfect week to just incorporate it into like Nux's really chilled album, and then contrast that with Koji, and then I would go into Tracy. But yeah, Koji Radical's Reason to Smile.
Of course. Amazing album.
Amazing.
I love Koji, bro.
Love Koji.
And his music, but just as a person, like he used to, like during the pandemic, he was doing all of these lives where he just make beats and that.
Yeah.
And I just hop into them all the time.
He's sick.
He'd
He's
be like
so sick.
scatting and that, like kind of writing down a couple bars.
He's so
And
cool.
it's so interesting to just look into his creative process while he was actually doing it.
Yeah,
yeah.
I love
As an
Koji.
artist, I respect that guy. Yeah.
Such a good artist. And I think he talks about just like how difficult it's been getting to where he's at now.
Definitely.
But yeah, I was watching this video that he released. I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before, and he was talking about was it Haagen-Dazs or Ben and Jerry's? I think it was Ben and Jerry's.
Oh, I'm not sure.
And
I
he
don't
was
think I saw it, you know?
And he was saying, have you ever noticed that it's really difficult to scoop?
Oh yeah.
Really difficult to
Haagen-Dazs.
scoop and eat. But then once you start to eat it, you blink and it's gone because it's so good. But yeah, he's a character, which I love. I love that about Koji. But yeah, that's what I've been listening to this week. It's been very emotional, I think.
Fair enough. So what are you gonna put me on then?
Well, what am I gonna? Okay, I have an artist.
Like you signed one?
No, no, not a musical
I
artist.
thought that was an announcement.
No, a painter.
Okay.
I've got a painter. Her name is MLC Paints.
Yeah.
She's from Leicester.
Okay.
She is sick. Okay. I've got her art. She does like I'd say marble style art.
Okay. Yeah.
Really, really cool stuff. Her on Insta is, I think it's MLC Paints, or is it MLC_Paints? MLC_Paints. And if you go and check out her page,
Tap in.
it's so sick. And it's owned by at Mutalisa. Leicester has so much talent.
Definitely.
And from what I understand, was it a couple of months ago, February, March, April, May, 3 months ago, she had an exhibition in Leicester, and it was such a success. So go check her out, buy her art, make your living rooms, hallways, dining rooms pretty, and yeah, just appreciate art.
Yeah, that's some good art.
Yeah. What are you gonna put me on?
Apart from the Spanish drill song,
Which is a lot. That's
I can't think about that. I mean, I'd say probably look at more of El Patron's music.
okay. Al Patron,
Yeah, he's been El Patron and then 970.
970.
Yeah.
Al Patron 970. Is
he's
this
been-
his Insta or on YouTube?
Well, on Spotify, but
Oh, yeah.
he's also, I think he's on Insta. But yeah, he's been going for maybe 2-3 years, and he's been active. So yeah,
Followed.
it's got quite a bit of music out now.
Okay. I really, really like that. Do we have time to talk about just one story?
Yeah, is it what I think it's gonna be?
Which one is it?
Somebody did she step on glass or did she get shot in the foot? Which
What
one was
happened
it?
with Megan?
Who done it?
What happened? What do you think about this Meg Thee Stallion story?
I think it's a mess. Honestly,
I agree with that.
I haven't even been following it too closely, but I heard about it the first time, and since then, recently, I've heard that the story changed twice.
Really?
Because I've heard allegedly that she said she was shot at and then ran onto some glass.
Okay.
And then she said she stepped on some glass. That was in the initial report.
Right.
And now recently it's come out, I think there was a picture of
doctor.
some doctor's like letter describing injuries coming from a glass wound. So I don't know what to believe because honestly, I saw this on Twitter. I can't verify the source. And I'm not a judge.
The
so
Twitter sphere
I don't have to give it a judgment.
is
but
such a weird place to be.
it's a mess. What do you think about it?
I think two things can be true at the same time. I do think that she was shot at. And I do think she stepped on glass. I think both of those things can be true.
Fair enough.
I think with Meg, the bigger question on everyone's mind maybe is who like pulled the trigger?
Yeah.
Did Tory Lanez pull the trigger, or was it the friend? Is it Kelsey? And
Was there claims that somebody else shot the gun?
yeah, so there's a suggestion that the best friend,
Wait, her best friend?
her best friend,
This is messier than I thought.
but that's what everyone like. That's the debate.
Yeah.
And I think when some people are saying, "Oh no, Tory didn't do it," they're suggesting that the best friend did. I think motive is everything.
I did see a clip from the best friend's Instagram live.
Right.
Where she was saying that they don't talk no more.
Right.
And it happened like seemingly after the incident.
Yeah, they're
Which
not
is
friends anymore.
Interesting.
Very interesting
What
stuff.
a coincidence.
So I don't know. I don't know what people are going to make of the story, but I do think she was shot at 100%. I don't understand why people would say Meg wasn't shot at. I think that definitely happened because
I
there
don't know why
are
you would come out and lie about it.
about being shot at.
Yeah.
And she's saying it was Tory. I don't see why she would lie about it not being Tory. There's text messages that are saying it was Tory. I don't know. But I understand that his trial is coming up.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll get more evidence from that.
So what we're gonna get?
Everything's alleged,
Amber
guys.
Heard and Johnny Depp, and then we're gonna get Tory Lanez and Megan Thee
Has
Stallion.
the verdict come out for that? Is it still happening?
No, I think they've like kind of adjourned the case. I think it may be restarting like the 16th.
Have you been following that?
A little bit.
Right.
I don't know if we got time for that.
No, I don't think we have time for it.
Should we just start the Patreon now?
Yeah.
Guys.
Yeah, we'll just start a Patreon, guys. We'll sign up for Patreon, and then you guys can hear us chat shit about what may or may not have happened and who's done what to who. But yeah, when Meg V and with this whole situation, I do believe that she was sleeping with Tory Lanez though, because Gail did ask, did you have a sexual relationship with him? And she was like, no. She said no. And I was like, girl, you lying.
Nah, that's funny.
I think she has been sleeping with him, but I do think that he shot her. That much is sure.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So we going there off here.
Is this it?
I think so.
Is this it for the week?
Should we end it with the tequila shot?
Yeah, you really like to kill me, don't you?
The night is young.
Oh man. Okay, let's see what we're doing. I think I'll let you pour it. I'll let you pour it.
you want to do that?
Oh no, don't put too much. Don't put too much.
How is this one? Is it good?
I haven't even tried it.
This is us opening it. You guys are gonna have some shots, aren't you?